the key was his song. I came in, I sang the song. That's true, okay? So I was like, well, man, I'm not going to do all the singing. I'm choreographing. I'm the one singing, and you're not going to pay me right. I'm up. So I went out and I wrote Shadows of Your Love. And with Peter Black and Danny Wilson came in, was playing drums. So I was like, look, I'm fair. And so we got together, wrote Shadows of Your Love, and I was getting ready to go solo. And so that's what Steve said, oh man, we can be a group. And that's how things started.
So the feeling of the crowd was what I'm looking for. Like when you first took that stage,
you know, it was easy for me because I've been singing for so long. But I tell you, going to New York and being in New York as many times, 3 weekends out of a month, we literally performed at every club, from Studio 54 to Latin Quarter to the Copacabana to the Palladium to Red Parrot, what else? Club Area, Bentley, Silver Shadow. I mean, you name it. We're some of the most famous people in the world. Actually, I remember us doing a show at the Paradise Garage, and it was unbelievable. I remember I had Boy George and a whole lot of people who come out and see us back then in those days. People going crazy. You know, Paradise Garage was an interesting club because they used to have mist that when it got real hot, the mist would shoot from the ceiling to cool the bodies off. And then the speakers were so loud that they would they had these shakers that would shake the floor and you'd lose your mind.
So your life just changed so quickly. First you're working at the mall, you're singing, you're kind of going through these talent shows, and all of a sudden, bam, you're big.
Later, it was a done deal for over about 25 years. Toured the world, all over Asia, all over Europe, made a lot of money. Foolishly. But I was young and we had a great time. And today, you know, it's really great to be able to still sing and do the music that I love, that really got me into the music industry, and see that it's had such worldwide effect, you know, in music.
Not just that though, every DJ that's still, you know, playing house music, anyone who goes to an old school party, your records are still their top 3.
Yeah, that's a blessing. I mean, it's nothing like it. I don't care where you go in the world. House music is worldwide. They may try to change and call it different names. They can do whatever they want. But it was something that was created on the south side of Chicago and made its way all around Chicago. And it is the only music where it can bring many different ages and ethnic groups in one place. You'll never have an incident. That's house music, baby. Ain't nothing like it. I'm not going to get up there and say who's my favorite so I can have all these DJs mad at me.
What do you like right now?
I'm not getting...
There's like a room of like 100 DJs right now, too.
I like DJ all. That means all of them.
All right. What about your favorite club that you've ever performed at, whether it was international or here in the U.S.?
You know what? I really absolutely love sound-wise. Paradise Garage, hands down. But there was some beautiful. Red Parrot was just a beautiful club in New York. But I tell you, when I was in Manchester, London, there were some clubs over there that I had never seen. The lighting show, which is fantastic. They really invest a lot of their money in their clubs because they give a lot of performances. That's the only thing I don't like about here, is that we don't invest the money that other places do. And we got all the gifted DJs and talent and musicians and everything right here in Chicago.
like the most though.
See, but Chicago's about that basement style. House music started in everybody's basement. That's what everybody's pumping in. So that's kind of where the house parties grew from.
That's right, absolutely. You know, it's amazing because when I think back when I was going to a lot of the parties when I was in high school, who knew that this was going to turn into what it is? And the reality is, what house music really is we took the element of the South Soul sound, Philadelphia sound, and all those other sounds of the great music that we love, and we made our own version of it, which was the birth of house music. And that's what makes it so unique. I don't care where you go, you can put on a house music and it'll turn a bad situation into a soothing situation in minutes. I've seen it happen ever since, because it's spiritual. You know, it's the drums, it's the vibe, it's the DJ. When you see a DJ getting lost in his, I tell you what, let me tell you a story. The best thing I've ever seen was they had dancing in the park, downtown in Grand Park, And it was about 10,000 people down there, no exaggeration. And it was hot as all get outdoors. It was about 90 degrees. Everybody, 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds out there dancing. And it was so hot, it was threatening to rain. And so all of a sudden, little sprinkles started coming down, and people said, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, just let it rain. And Andre Hatchett happened to be spinning. And all of a sudden, you heard, doom, doom, doom. Oh, it's going to rain, it's going to. And the rain just started coming down, and people went nuts. I was like, oh, man, that was really great. So the music is just, it's at any time they want, punching their dad's name, something's going to come up.
However, it would have been nice to have both worlds and have been compensated for it.
Still doing it. It's coming. It's coming.
I think both aspects, the creative side and the money side. Why not have both?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that is the goal. But I was young then. If I had the knowledge that that's why it's called wisdom, you get wise in time. And but it's like I said, it's for me right now. It's a fantastic feeling that my boys can go back and they pull their dad's name up and everything. Wow,
you made history.
Yeah. And a lot of people go through life, and they just go through life and it's nothing. But when you're in the books, when you're in the history, that's a great thing, So now it's just happen.
So if anybody ever wants to find you, reach out to you, where can they find you?
He's in Nashville. That's where they can find you.
Call Rocky personally. And his cell phone.